Hi, welcome back. In the previous video, we talked about the xhtml syntax rules. In this video, we're going to talk about the HTML syntax rules. And, you know, we talked about this before. XHTML is the same set of elements and attributes as XHTML. We just have a tighter set of syntax rules so they can be displayed in cell phones, tablets, things like that. And we're pretty sure this stuff will work for years and years. Where the HTML, we write things with the HTML syntax rules, they just may not display everywhere. And in even 2 or 3 years, the browser may not display them. So with HTML, some of the differences are HTML. What we don't want to do is it's not case sensitive. So I could do IMG, I could do IMG like that. Doesn't matter. With HTML, it would be recognized. Recognized all the same as the same thing. We still want to have no space between the start tag and close tag, but the case doesn't matter. And then with HTML, I don't need to have quotes. This would work as well. And with HTML, I can leave off close tags, or I don't have to close things like this. So I can close it this way, close it this way. So when you're out there surfing around the internet, you might see stuff like this. You'd be thinking, well, this shouldn't work, or you might type it in there, and this will work. Let's save this. Let's save this as HTML syntax, and then we'll test it out. And I'm going to change this to be big IMG. So when we save this, and then let's load it up, we'll see it displays just the same. It looks just like our other page here. This is our syntax page. So that's one of the problems with learning this is you can do things the wrong way and it'll still work. So we'll show you in one of the next videos on how to validate this and check for syntax errors, and this stuff will show up. But again, this is just the differences between HTML syntax and XHTML syntax. So, which should you use, or do you worry about it? Yeah, you definitely want to have XHTML syntax because you want your pages to display everywhere. Cell phones, tablets, things like that, as well as desktop browsers. And since when you're writing it, it's just as easy to write little img as it is to write big img, and it's a little harder, it's a little harder to type a quote on this than to not type a quote, and it's a little harder to do this, but you're not burning up a lot of calories doing this. So if you're writing it, you might as well write it the correct way from the start. You might as well write XHTML. You can write it HTML, but then sooner or later you're going to have to come back and fix it all. So just do the XHTML. And again, that's the difference between HTML syntax rules and HTML syntax rules.